Good evening and welcome to the Irish Art Show, broadcast to you from the Scientology Community Centre. Happy Christmas, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful time at home. But tonight here, we focus on fine art. Our guest is Laura Medvedieva, a Ukrainian artist who found refuge and inspiration in Ireland. Having showcased works across Europe, Laura's latest journey celebrates resilience and Irish culture through captivating dog portraits, including a stunning series of native Irish breeds, as you can see here. A tale of art, courage, and connection. So let's find out some more. Hi Laura, you're very, very welcome to the Irish Art Show this evening.
Hello, thank you for having me here. Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome, we're delighted to have you here. And obviously you're here to tell us about this wonderful art that you have here. So I'd like actually to start off with, how did you become a dog portrait artist?
So I came to art 8 years ago after career change, and actually dogs, they were one of the first things that I started to draw at first. I always loved dogs, and the first thing that really was my interest, and I started with dogs. So I did it just for practice at first, and at the time I had Rix, and he was, I think he was 1 year, and I created his first portrait, and it's surprisingly, because I was just a complete beginner, and it came up like really well. All my landscapes and other things, they were like really beginners, but dog portrait, it was like pretty good. So that's how it started.
Stunning, like stunning portraits of so lifelike, you know. But what then inspired you to create a series dedicated to the 9 Irish dog breeds?
So, as I said, I always loved dogs, and in life I have 2 passions, art and dogs, but actually to combine them in one, to become a dog portrait artist, it took some time to realize that, because before it I explored different themes. I painted dogs, but it was just occasionally, I would say. But to make it like my main topic and my main artistic career, it happened just last year when I arrived to Ireland from Ukraine. I brought Rix with me, and during some even very challenging moments, because we were right here escaping the war, he always was close and always supported me, and was like a best friend and therapy dog, everything. And at that time I realized that I want to paint dogs like professionally, like a career. And then accidentally I found out that Ireland has 9 Irish native dog breeds, and I was like very surprised, because in Ukraine we have only 1 native dog breeds, like such a big country, Ukraine, and only one. And for such a small country as Ireland, Ireland has 9, and I was amazed. Then I started my research about it and realized that actually not many people know about this. And I researched if somebody did such a project before, and actually I found very little information. So I was thinking that could be my project, just to bring the attention, and I was interested myself in it, and I wanted to tell people more about it through my art. So that was the beginning last year.
And what is unique about this collection?
First, as I said, that I did my research, and quite few artists did something similar, and definitely in different techniques. Nobody did paintings like I did. So I'm a foreigner here, and I'm kind of the first who mentioned and explored this theme. And also I keep this collection exclusive. I don't do prints, no postcards, nothing. So only like paintings and fine art. I would say like something.
And what's your inspiration and creative process to actually create anything like this? I mean, they're stunning. I feel like I can touch
thank
them
you so much.
and pet them almost.
Thank you so much. I think that he is the inspiration, like the main inspiration. Because as I said,
Rix.
like I
Hi,
always, from my childhood, I always loved dogs. And when I see a dog, like immediately I have an impulse. I want to paint it. So it just, I don't know, love for dogs and love for art and yeah, I like it. I just that's.
Were you surprised at how amazing they turned out, or were you expecting them to turn out as good as that?
To be honest, no. It's not that no or yes, but I never tried to do it on this level. And my very first portrait that I created, it's somewhere behind. It's a portrait, a very small portrait of Irish setter. I started at first, last November, I started from the small format and created this painting of Irish setter. And when I look at it, I realized I'm going to develop this and to do it in more, like expand this. And I was really satisfied with how it came. And it happens, like every artist knows that it happens rarely when you are satisfied with your work. And that was the case when I was like really, I like it, so I decided to develop it and to turn it into like a bigger project.
And you say that actually that Rix inspires your work.
Definitely.
I mean, I can understand. He's
definitely.
Such a sweetheart.
Yeah, he's very gentle and very friendly. He likes people, and yes, he's like my main source of inspiration. Like at first, before starting all this, as an artist. Like we practicing like every day. I see something, I want to create sketch. So he was my main model, and very often even in the studio, he was sitting in some nice pose, and I did like very quick sketch of him. So he's my main model, my assistant, because he spends all the time with me in the studio. He knows even. He feels when I'm finishing or started. It's been like for many years like that. So yes, he is.
and how do you get like such like detailed, realistic looking portraits? I mean, you could really reach in and take them out. Like they're just stunning.
Yeah, thank you very much. So I decided to call this series Irish Dog Portraiture. And like for me, portraits, it's the main form of expressing like character in art. And I believe that for animalistic genre, details, they truly matter because, let's say, in landscape, we can experiment with colors, with shapes to make it abstract. But how to make an abstract dog, like usually, even the owner, or we want to see like to recognize our dog, to see the features, like the character of this exact dog.
Yes.
So that's why I believe that details, they are very important to show like the color of the fur itself, and all these like features on the nose or something. So that's why how I came to this approach to show it as much detail as I can do, and to emphasize something about this exact dog.
And I know actually that you prefer, if you're going to do a portrait, that you like to meet the dog in person, and obviously to, capture their personality.
Yes, it's. I came to this approach not in the very beginning. At first, I started when I was thinking about this project. At first, I didn't know where to look for models for my paintings. And at first, I bought a few stock photos in the internet. I bought a photo of an Irish wolfhound and created a painting from the photo. It was good, but there was something that was missing. I never met the real dog, and I couldn't feel like his personality. And I just ended up a little bit of like copying a photo. And then I started thinking how actually I can show like the exact dog, the real dog. So and I was lucky. There are dog shows, Irish dog shows. They are all just 5 minutes driving from the place I live. I live in Swords, and in Swords, Irish Kennel Club, they often have a dog shows. I discovered that and started visiting them. And every Saturday, I visited dog shows, and there I met the owners, and I choose the dogs, and then like spend time with the dog just to feel the exact energy, the spirit, the character of the exact dog, like of real dog. So it started from the dog shows and from real dogs. And now, if I have this option of the commissions, I always tell people, if it's possible, I would come to your place and spend time with your dog, and then do some sketches, take photos, and then we'll paint it just to show dog's personality.
Absolutely, and it makes sense actually, because it's the same with human beings. You would have to be in their energy to actually know what they really
energy,
like.
yes.
Yeah, so it's the same really for the dogs. And actually, I don't know why you choose this, and I kind of do. I like the name Modra Art for your artistic identity. What made you call it Modra Art?
So it was this idea actually came to me last November. I knew that I want to paint dogs like professionally, that I'm starting a career as a dog portrait artist, and I was looking for a name that would be first like memorable, that would have some connections with Irish culture, because now I'm living in Ireland and it's my new home, and I really feel I like this country, and also the first project was about 9 Irish dog breeds, so I wanted something that would resonate with Irish culture, and I was searching for a name, and I remember we were sitting in the cafe, me and my friend, and like brainstorming the ideas, and then I asked, do you know what's the name for dog in Irish? And my friend answered, Madra. And I really immediately I liked this name, because it's just very short, memorable, it sounds good, and for me it's a little bit like personal. My surname is Medvedieva, it starts from M, and then art is like art, and my like some personal connections. My son is Artyom, it's A there, so all these letters, so it was like personal, so I intuitively
yes.
Just felt that oh yes, I like this name.
And when I heard you saying Modra, it actually did remind me of your surname. When I don't know why, but it's just I know what you're saying by that. And actually, Modra is such a cute name, isn't it?
It's dog cute. In Irish.
Yes,
dog.
I know. And what's dog in Ukrainian actually?
Sobaka.
Oh, okay.
Sobaka.
He
understands.
He knows exactly what you're saying. Yeah. Subakra.
Yeah. Sobaka.
No,
yeah,
okay,
almost. Yeah, very close, very close. Yeah.
We'll practice after the show. What have you learned, actually, that's what I wanted to ask you, about Ireland's culture and its connection to dogs?
It's very interesting. When we just arrived here, I was so surprised how Irish people and Ireland as a country, government, how they support arts here, and I was really surprised by that. That's there are such organizations like Art Council, and who gives funding for arts, and I was like really touched by it, because it's like for artists, it's like many artists know that it's like challenging sometimes to survive and to have such a support. So I was surprised by that, and my second surprise was that Irish people really love dogs. Like really loves. I saw dogs everywhere. Like I'm driving and I see other cars driving and there is a dog inside, and people bring their dogs everywhere. And I made my research, and in Ireland there are more than 500,000 dogs now. I discovered it after I started, And I was like, wow, it's like my two passions, they are art and dogs. It's,
it's perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
So,
And how does your Ukrainian heritage influence your art?
I think like firstly and mainly the style I work in, this realistic style. I have traditional, like I would say classical education, art education in fine art, and it's very like in Ukraine it's a style, the artists are taught like more realistic styles, so I think I brought this with me from Ukraine, like the style in which I paint. And also like in Ukraine we are also dog lovers. So
it's unbelievable, actually, the amount of detail. I actually feel like I'm sitting with just a load of dogs. Like it's incredible. It's just can't take my eyes off them. They're so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
And I know recently you had a personal exhibition. I think it was in Bewley's.
Ah, yes, it was in Bewley's cafe on Grafton Street.
How lovely.
It's such a fantastic place.
Yes.
I was so delighted and honored to have my first like real personal show in such a central and historical location, and all my paintings there, because as I said, I'm more as a traditional painter, so I want to bring this like classical touch to my paintings, and they're all like framed. Maybe,
frames are stunning.
Thank you. And more this like classical style. And Bewley's, it just was a coincidence, but it has the same like classical vibe, and it was just perfect mesh.
It's a fantastic location, actually.
Yes, I was like really delighted, and it was such a great time exhibiting there. Yeah.
All your paintings are very classy, very classy looking.
Thank you.
Do you actually have plans to explore like other, artistic themes, or are you going to stick with dogs?
So definitely, I found myself in art. I'm a dog portrait artist, and I'm going to continue it. It's my biggest part of my artistic identity. But at the same time, of course, before dogs, I explored different themes. I started from like landscapes and portraits, everything. But it was just, I just preferred to paint it from life. I liked, still I love it, plein air paintings and landscapes. But it never was like a project. I just saw something beautiful and I tried to capture it. But here in Ireland, because of all the events like war and everything, I started another project that is very like deeply personal, maybe even intimate for me. It's called Passage. It's about Ukrainian refugees and about their emotions, about Ukrainians living here. So I'm continuing working on that project, and hopefully maybe next year I will exhibit it. It goes slowly because it's very emotional, and it requires like there are some days that I just can't work on that because it's like too emotional.
Yes.
But yes, I'm still exploring other themes, but dogs, they are like my it's like a light side and this like very joyful part and like main inspiration.
Well, Rix is definitely very happy to have you as his mom, that's for sure. Couldn't have picked a better one. Actually, now that you're after saying that about the war, can I ask you about, has your work, has it helped, I suppose, you process or reflect on the journey of escaping war?
Yes, definitely. There was a time, like at first when we came here, we were like absolutely, the war started, like we escaped and we were very stressed and lost, and there were some moments when only art and could help to distract, to process, to I don't know, to cope.
It's like you're calm, isn't it?
Yes, yes. It's like
meditation almost.
Yes, even there is a like people do art therapy just to cope with some emotions. And I was lucky that my profession is an artist, and it was like both a profession and therapy and healing at the same time. So definitely yes. And sometimes I have some strong emotions, like positive, negative, and I can express it through this way, through art. So
well, you make it the world a better place with that art, I can tell you, definitely. And what's your ultimate goal, like as an artist, I suppose both professionally and personal?
I think, you know, like as you mentioned, to make this world better place, like to bring more positive emotions to the world, like through my art, to I don't know, to make people feel something good when they're looking at artwork. So I think that's.
I think you've definitely actually. You've done that.
And especially dogs, it's such a topic. When you look at the dog, it always brings you joy and this smile. So that was the goal, and that is the goal.
Well, Rick's definitely is having a ball here. He's enjoying every moment of his time at the show. He won't forget the Irish Art Show, and we won't forget him either. Have you actually got a favourite, or is it hard to choose? I'm trying to think. I don't like. I think that's stunning, But I love the cute little head on this little dog. But have you a favourite?
So all these dogs, like they are all 9 Irish native dog breeds, and like here they all are together in one. And to say which one is favorite.
They're all together in one, and then you've separated them. I see that now. I didn't even notice that.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. So here I have like the separate portraits of each dog breed.
Yes.
And all together, I did this kind of a composition just to bring them all in one canvas, and they are all sitting here. And sometimes people asking, were they really sitting like this? I said, of course, no, it's a composition. Like these dogs, they're all real dogs. I met them at dog shows, and they were sometimes posing, sometimes I did sketches, then photos. But this, of course, is like composition just to show all the 9 dog breeds together. So I don't know about like favorite. It's very, very difficult question, because it's like your I don't know. Every time it's very. I give myself fully to each painting, but probably my favorite is that small painting that is behind the small painting of Irish setter, because it was the first, and it was just personal, like really. I think that one, yes.
Yes, and like I love the way that they're all just like they look so happy in the portrait, which is really nice. You know, I suppose you're right. It is difficult to choose one, isn't it? Unless you specifically like a certain type of dog.
Yes. For example. I even can say which is my favorite dog breeds from them, because each of them, they have their own stories and their own, for example, an Irish Wolfhound, now it's like a national symbol, and they're very, there is some historical meaning attached to this breed, and when I first met one at the dog show, I was a little bit like scared. Huge
really
dog,
big, aren't they? Yes.
And I had no idea what to expect, because in Ukraine we don't have Irish Wolfhounds. I never seen any of them, and I was scared. Even if I love dogs, but that one. But when I touched it, they're so gentle, so I don't know, friendly, and from that moment I feel like special admiration about this dog breed, because of they have some nobility in their posture and how they move, how they look. So I really like Irish Wolfhound. And also this is an Irish setter. And when I think about Irish setter, I also love them. It's like also my favorite breed because they're so elegant. Their appearance is so, their fur is so, has so many beautiful shades, and they're moving so like I maybe don't know this word.
Gracefully.
I mean, yes, gracefully, and. Yes, Irish setter. And then when I think about the next breed, it's also like my favorite. For example, this one, soft-coated Wheater Terrier, actually it's the same dog. Here, when I met him at the dog show, he was so alive, so energetic, like running around, jumping, hugging me, like so passionate, affectionate. So I didn't know at first how to capture his personality. I created that one. It was the first portrait. But
This one here?
Yes, this one. It was first. But then I realized that.
Look at this.
Yes. Then I realized that it's like not enough to show all this craziness, all this like this powerful energy. And I decided to do more to show all this. So I like this dog.
I think even the one eye on each dog is kind of giving that you know, giving that kind of the personality, isn't it?
Yeah, he was like very so alive, so
Not a minute to stop, like just going.
And it was a windy weather at that day, and all this hair was like
So
everywhere, and I wanted to capture this like mass and beauty in one.
I love
canvas.
your passion, and I love the way you talk about all the dogs. It's just amazing. You know, really and truly, you were born to be this artist.
Thank you.
That's your mission in life. I mean, it's just amazing.
Thank you. It was quite a long journey. I came to art, as I said, after career change, and I was like my first profession. I was a musician, and I never was like quite satisfied with that. Like my parents wanted that, and like then I tried different professions, and it was good, but I never felt like it resonated like somewhere, I don't know, deeply.
Yeah,
and only
in
with
your
art.
heart.
Yes, in my heart,
Yes.
yes. And only with art, and then with dogs, finally, like it happened, like clicked. So.
I completely understand where you're at. Honestly, I can see it in your face. You just light up.
Thank you.
And actually, I know that you actually do commissions as well. So tell me about that process and how does that work?
Yes, I do commissions. Often people ask me to paint their dogs, and I fully understand it because I have at home. I have 4 portraits of Rix. It's so nice to capture and to have an image of your dog. It's it's like memorable. Unfortunately, like dogs, they don't stay with us
For a long time.
Yeah, for a long time. So it's something that that is memorable. And so yes, I do commissions, and usually, if it's possible, I always say I would prefer to meet your dog and to take pictures, and then I create something like this.
Yes.
I always try to approach it very personal, not just. I don't have like pattern or like style that I paint all dogs like the same. Only when I meet a dog or when I see like few photos. If it's not possible to meet a dog, I ask to send me as much photos, videos as possible, because sometimes the dog is passed away, and
Yes.
we can't do it. Just to feel this dog's personality, and after it, I'm thinking, what is the better way to capture that? For example, like this,
Yes.
I decided to make triptych. Like here. Like this dog, it's Carrie Blue. And for me, this dog felt a little bit like mysterious. And I was thinking how to capture this mystery. And then I had this idea to create it black on black, like to show this like kind of
amazing.
mystery. And for example, that dog, Carrie Beagle, the story that the owner told me about the dog, it was quite this dog looks very intelligent, and this dog actually it is. So I wanted to show this like intelligent and calm look, And for example, there we have Glen of Imal Terrier. And when I met that dog, so I'm trying to keep a, my approach is like very individual, like for human portraits. Then when I saw photos, I choose backgrounds, style. Sometimes I work in oil, sometimes in acrylics. It all every time I make this decision how to do it in a way to capture to capture the character as close as possible.
Yes, and I think actually that they're so amazing that I could imagine them being passed down from generation to generation. You know, if that was your grandmother's or your grandfather, whatever, I think you would be wanting to have that.
Yes,
as part of the family and not lose that.
Yes, of course.
So they're so special.
Yes, and also it's both actually. It's a portrait of your beloved dog and a work of art at the same time. And art, it's like now we live in the time of digital moments. That it's like very like everything is very. It passes quickly, like photos and everything. We have a lot of this, but work of art, it's like something that I believe is like more. Something that, as you said, that it can be passed through generations, through like to your children, grandchildren,
great grandchildren. You know, because that's what's happening now, where people used to have portraits of themselves.
Yeah.
You know, we don't do that as much nowadays. Yeah. But you know, it's been wonderful having you on the Irish Art Show. You've been fantastic. You're a wonderful guest. You know, you're absolutely, and your passion, it just makes me smile, and you're just a beautiful woman. So thank you for coming along.
Thank you so much, and thank you for such an interesting questions. I almost lost myself answering.
Beautiful answers.
Yes, and
there's one more I actually want to ask you. I know. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Sorry, unless you want to do that first, do you? Go ahead.
I wanted first to give you something. It's a catalogue of the whole exhibition. It's called Irish Dog Portraiture.
Oh, thank you so
it's
much.
Like
I should put this to camera, maybe.
It's all the paintings and some like short description about each dog breed, about the process, how I created it.
Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you. We'll have to hug you after the show. Thank you so much. But before we leave the Irish Art Show for now, what advice would you give to someone who actually wants to pursue a career in art?
I think like sometimes the most common question I hear when people want to try something or to pursue art or art as their career, very often they say, "Oh, I'm old, it's too late," or like something that I wish I did it in my childhood, I never did it before. So like first, I don't know, advice or whatever, I would say like it's never late. I started in the age of, I was 33, and I started from scratch. I never did it before. In primary school, I was severely criticized when I drew apple. My art teacher said, "Oh, it's like sloppy, it doesn't look good." And I said to myself, "Okay, I will never do it again." So I never did it. And then in the age of 33, I started just from scratch, and actually, I believe that I'm like still learning. We all should like learn, but I'm quite achieved some level. And so, like first, it's never late if you want something, and
keep going.
Yes, like
keep
definitely.
Going.
Yes.
And don't listen to your art teacher.
Yes, that's definitely.
If they're being negative with you.
Yes, and if there is something inside, just follow. And if you have this intention, I believe if you have a good intention, and the whole universe, it helps you. So if somebody really wants it, just go and do.
Just go and get it.
Like yes, and doesn't matter how professional, just do it. Just draw. You see something and draw it. You see something and paint it, and then time will tell. It will be better and better. The more you practice, the better it becomes. So
well, thank you for that advice. Thank you for that advice. Until next time. But before you go, can you please tell us your social media?
So
hello.
my social media
Hi,
sounds like Rick's
good timing. He knows it's ending. He wants to come in.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to show something. It's I mentioned like portraits of Rick's portraits. I have this one.
Oh, it's the cutest. Are you recognizing yourself there, Rick?
It's Rick's and his brother, like two golden retrievers. It's
so cute.
It's one of the works for my like next project. It will be about the bond, the connection between humans and dogs, dogs and dogs. So it's like the first painting.
He likes
for the
cuddles. He likes. Don't you like this? So what's your social media account?
So my
you could have given it to me, I just don't know, because I was so busy with Rick.
So my social media is very simple. It's madra.art. It's Instagram,
Madra.art.
TikTok, and everything. It's
I'll have
the
to follow
same.
you.
Madra.art.
Madra.art.
Thank you
Thanks so much, Laura. Thank you so much. Fantastic.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Rick. I don't know. What can I say, ladies and gentlemen at home? I hope you've had a wonderful time here. Look at this. Absolutely fantastic. Check it out. I've really enjoyed that interview, and Rick's has definitely made it a lot better. And he's actually really made us all happy here. All the crew are happy with you. So thank you so much for tuning in on behalf of myself, Angel, and all the crew. Thank you so much. This has been a real special show. Good night.